guys, it's Jess. I'm here today to talk about Iron Kissed by Patricia Briggs. This is the third in the Mercy Thompson series. It was action-packed. You learn a lot about characters that were present in the past, but not super talked about. In case you haven't seen my last few videos, I have linked them down below for 1 and 2, but basically the Mercy Thompson world takes place in the Tri-City area of Washington. Mercy Thompson finds herself involved in a bunch of supernatural stuff, especially the werewolves world, who also live in the Tri-City areas and apparently all over the US. Like the last two, this third one can also be read as a standalone. I do suggest you read it in the series though, because then you get the backstory, you get the werewolves, you get more of Z, the Fae, and how the Fae came to be and how they got to where they are today. This one follows, like I said, the Fae, mostly, which are the fairies in this world. And there is a slew of murders among the Fae, and they're trying to figure out who it is, and they call in Mercy to see if she can sniff it out, for lack of a better term, and figure out who it is, and then things go bad from there. So it can be read as a standalone because you don't need the prior storylines to really understand the main plot points, but it does help understand the secondary plot points. I will give a trigger warning. In this book, there is a scene that involves something very akin to rape, and some might argue the exact same thing as rape. So if rape is a trigger for you, I would either not read this book at all or go into it knowing that there is one scene near the end that does involve rape. Now, spoiler alert, walk away if you want to read this book. Turn off the video now and stop listening because I'm going to go more into things I really loved about this book and things I really didn't like. In this book, Samuel and Mercy finally talk about what's actually going on between her and him and Adam and that bizarre love triangle they have going on. And I was really happy that finally got resolved because that was a subplot that I found exceedingly annoying. I did do a full review on my blog, which is linked down below, so check that out if you want to read more about writing style and such without spoilers. I really like what Patricia Briggs does with the Fae hate and also the newly found werewolf hate and how the public really dislikes them. I think it's a very good commentary on how we feel about most things today, how we hate most things that bring about change as a culture as a whole. And I think that was a really good social commentary on her part, and I appreciated that she did that. One thing I am going to comment on, the past 2 books that I've read, it's been like you think the story's about to end, you think it's over, you think it's done, and then all of a sudden there's some crazy action scene right at the end. Not that I'm complaining, I just think it's a bizarre trend that I'm noticing. My sister is going to let me borrow the next one here in the next week or so I'll get into that and see if that trend continues. But I think it's interesting that right when the story's about to end, all of a sudden something dramatic happens. Like in the vampire book, she went back and she killed the third in command. In this book, it's that Z comes in. It was just, you think it's over, but it's not. And I think that's really weird. But like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's simply an observation. I really am not a fan of the relationship between Adam and Mercy because he is very dominant, she's very independent, and most times he wins. I feel like she just bends over and says, you know what, fine. You know better. I don't feel like arguing with the dominant. I don't feel like dealing with that. I think that's a hindrance to who Mercy is as a character, as a person. She is very independent, and she does bring up these things that she's worried about, that he's going to pull her out of who she is, and then she justifies it and says, well, he might not. It could be better. If he would have never let me meet up with Z or this creeper Tim guy or any of that. And I just feel like it's an injustice to Mercy as a character to just let her fall head over heels for Adam and let him tell her what to do. It just really, it bothers me because her character is independent and strong, and I like that about Mercy. So we'll see how the next book goes. Let's see if she bends over backwards to every one of Adam's whims and orders and go from there. But where the love story is going right now, I am not a huge fan of. I am also appreciative that the love story is a subplot and does not become the main point of the book. So hopefully it stays that way even with the new revelations that they've had. That's what I have for Iron Kissed by Patricia Briggs. Now it's TBR jar time. Alright, So we will look at what I am reading next. It will be Yes, Please! I'm so excited to read this. I got it for Christmas from my parents, and I've been super excited to read it. So I'm so happy I pulled it out of my TBR jar, and yay! So I get to read Yes, Please! I'm so happy. I've wanted to read this book for so long. It is deceivingly heavy. I really like the naked cover. I think it's really, I don't know, it's so simple. It's cool. I love that it's white. And also, those end pages, though. Oh my gosh. So pretty. My camera's not picking up exactly right. They're like a crazy hot pink. I'm a big fan. So I'm super, super excited to read this. I will definitely do a review. I've heard so many good things, and I've had to avoid so many reviews, so this didn't get ruined for me. But I'm really excited. So look forward to this review in the next week or so. Please like and subscribe if you would be so kind, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye!